Imagine uncovering a hidden treasure in plain sight, a coin so ordinary that most people spend it without a second thought, yet it holds the power to change everything. Today we step into the remarkable world of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, timeless pieces of American history that carry secrets far beyond their humble face value. Certain dates and mint marks elevate these coins into legendary collector's items worth serious money, and we are about to reveal them all. Welcome to HD Coins World. Number 1. What if I told you that a single penny from 1955 could be worth thousands of dollars today, and chances are it might be sitting in an old jar, a forgotten drawer, or even in your pocket right now? Most people overlook the wheat penny with no mint mark as ordinary copper change, but the truth is that this specific coin hides one of the most famous and sought-after minting errors in American coin history. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes we are going to uncover why this coin has shocked collectors for decades, and how you can identify one instantly if you ever come across it. The story of the 1955 no-mint mark wheat penny begins in Philadelphia during a routine striking process at the U.S. Mint. A mechanical error caused the coin dies to become misaligned, resulting in the words and date being struck twice, slightly off from each other. This produced the now legendary double die verse variety, which became one of the most recognized error coins in American numismatics. When these pennies slipped into circulation, everyday people began noticing the strange overlapping letters and numbers, and suddenly the humble wheat cent turned into a collector's dream. What makes this coin so unique is its unmistakable appearance. On the obverse, the date 1955 and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," show dramatic doubling that can be seen without magnification. This is not a minor error but a bold doubling that jumps out at you the moment you hold the coin under the light. Unlike other error coins that require expert tools to verify, this wheat penny announces its rarity the instant you glance at it, which is why collectors across the world are willing to pay staggering amounts for a genuine example. Collectors demand rarity, and the 1955 double die penny delivers exactly that. Only about 20 to 25,000 examples were released into circulation before the mistake was caught, making it one of the most desirable Lincoln cents of all time. While most circulated coins show heavy wear, finding one in high condition is extremely difficult. Uncirculated pieces, especially those with full red luster, are considered holy grails in the coin world. Condition plays a massive role in determining value, and this is where professional grading comes in. Services like PCGS and NGC provide authentication and grading that separate genuine doubled dies from countless counterfeits on the market. A coin graded mint state 65 red or higher can command astronomical prices because collectors know exactly what they are buying. Without professional grading, even experienced eyes can sometimes be fooled, so submitting a suspected 1955 double die to a top-tier grading service is always the smartest move. This not only confirms authenticity but also locks in market value and trust when selling or insuring your coin. Market demand for the 1955 double die wheat penny has never slowed down, and values continue to trend upward with each major auction. For example, in January of 2023, a stunning mint state 65 red example sold at Heritage auctions for over $372,000. Other high-grade pieces have crossed the auction block at Stack's Bowers and realized well into six-figure prices, proving that collector demand for this legendary error is not just hype, but a real and thriving market force. Imagine turning a penny into a life-changing payday, all because you knew what to look for. So how can you find one of these rare treasures today? The best places to start are inherited coin collections, jars of change left behind by parents or grandparents, and even estate sales where old coins are sold in bulk without inspection. Some collectors have even stumbled upon them in rolls of wheat pennies purchased from banks or online coin lots. If you think you might have a 1955 double die, resist the urge to clean it, because cleaning actually destroys value and can cut thousands of dollars off the price. Handle it gently, store it safely, and let professionals determine its true grade. If you suspect you have found one, the next steps are simple yet crucial. First, take clear photos and compare the doubling with verified examples from trusted coin resources. Next, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Once authenticated, you can either keep it as a centerpiece of your collection or consign it to a reputable auction house such as Heritage or Stack's Bowers to achieve maximum value. These platforms have global reach and attract serious buyers who are willing to pay premium prices for legendary coins like the 1955 double-die wheat penny. The current market shows that even circulated examples can bring in hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on condition. Uncirculated examples soar into tens of thousands, and the finest known specimens remain in the six-figure range, making this penny one of the most valuable errors in American history. So the real question is, could you have one of these treasures hiding in plain sight? Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most legendary US coins, make sure to like this video, drop a comment if you think you might own a rare 1955 double die, and subscribe for more incredible discoveries from the world of rare coins. Every coin tells a story, and the next fortune might be in your pocket change right now. Number 2. What if I told you that a single 1-cent coin from over 100 years ago could change your life forever? The 1917 wheat penny with the tiny S mint mark is one of those overlooked treasures that most people toss aside as ordinary copper, yet collectors are paying staggering sums for the right coin in the right condition. Hidden in old jars, inherited boxes, and forgotten coin rolls, this penny holds secrets that only the sharp-eyed treasure hunter can uncover. And today we are going to reveal exactly what makes it so valuable. The story of the 1917 wheat penny takes us back to San Francisco, where the mint was striking Lincoln cents in the early 20th century. This was only the 9th year of the Lincoln cent series, and America was caught up in the struggles of World War I, when every resource counted. The San Francisco Mint produced fewer coins than its Philadelphia counterpart, and that lower mintage instantly gave the 1917 wheat penny an edge in scarcity. While Philadelphia struck over 100 million cents that year, San Francisco produced just over 32 million, making the S mint mark examples much harder to find in circulation today. The unique feature that makes this coin stand out is the bold S mint mark placed just below the date on the obverse. It is easy to miss if you are not paying attention, which is why so many collectors pass over it without realizing they are holding a valuable piece of American history. Combined with the classic wheat reverse design and the early portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 1917 wheat penny represents both artistry and history in one small copper disc. Rarity and condition are everything in the world of coin collecting, and the 1917 wheat penny proves this point perfectly. While millions were minted, very few survive today in high grades because pennies were heavily used during that era. Most examples show wear from decades of circulation, and that is why sharp, original pieces with full details on Lincoln's hair and beard command such high demand. Collectors are especially hungry for coins that retain their original red or red-brown luster, making those examples skyrocket in value. Condition must be verified, and that is where professional grading services step in. PCGS and NGC are the gold standards in authenticating and grading coins like the 1917 wheat penny. A coin that grades fine or very fine may bring modest sums, but when you cross into extremely fine, about uncirculated, or mint state, the prices rise dramatically. A mint state 65 red example is a trophy coin that could bring life-changing money at auction. Without professional grading, it is nearly impossible to secure top dollar for your find, which is why sending it in is a crucial step. Market trends show that collectors are consistently chasing early mint wheat pennies, and values continue to rise with every major sale. In August of 2021, Heritage Auctions sold a stunning 1917 wheat penny graded mint state 65 red for over $38,000. Even lower grade examples in uncirculated condition regularly cross the block for thousands at Stack's Bowers, proving that demand is strong across all levels. The historical significance, combined with its scarcity and collector passion, ensures this coin will never lose its place in the spotlight. Now the big question is, could you actually have one of these hidden treasures in your collection? The best places to search are inherited collections from parents or grandparents, old jars and boxes where wheat pennies were stashed away decades ago, and estate sales where coins are often overlooked or undervalued. If you hunt coin rolls from banks or purchase bulk lots from online sellers, always keep an eye out for that tiny S under the date, because that could be your ticket to owning a rare piece of American history. If you think you might have one, resist the temptation to clean it, because cleaning destroys value instantly. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges, compare it to verified images of genuine 1917 S pennies, and if it looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Once graded, you can choose to keep it as the crown jewel of your collection or consign it to a reputable auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where collectors compete fiercely for coins like this. The 1917 S wheat penny proves that history can be hidden in the smallest objects, and the value locked inside this little coin can be truly life-changing. Whether worth hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars, it represents a powerful reminder that treasure can be hiding in the most ordinary places. Number 3. What if I told you that a single penny from 1944 could be worth more than a brand new car today? The 1944 wheat penny with the D mint mark is one of those coins most people spend without thinking, yet in the right condition it has stunned collectors with values reaching tens of thousands of dollars. This coin is a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight, and if you know what to look for, you might just be holding a life-changing piece of American history in your own hands right now. The story of the 1944 D wheat penny begins during World War II, when the United States Mint shifted coin production to meet the demands of a nation at war. In 1943, pennies were made of steel coated with zinc to save copper for ammunition and military supplies. But by 1944, copper returned to the cent, creating one of the most fascinating chapters in U.S. coin history. At the Denver Mint, millions of coins were struck, but among them, rare varieties and extraordinary condition examples have become some of the most sought-after wheat pennies ever produced. What makes the 1944 D wheat penny unique is not only the wartime history but also the special varieties that exist. Most collectors dream of finding the 1944 D over S variety, where the mint mark was mistakenly punched over an earlier S. Under magnification, you can clearly see traces of the underlying S beneath the D, making this coin a prized rarity. Combine this with the classic Wheatear's reverse and the iconic Lincoln portrait, and you have a coin that carries both beauty and incredible collector demand. Rarity and condition drive the market, and that is why the 1944 D wheat penny in mint state condition is so highly sought after. While hundreds of millions were struck, the number of examples surviving in blazing red uncirculated condition is surprisingly small. Circulated pieces might bring modest value, but when you cross into the world of uncirculated red gems, the numbers skyrocket, turning a penny into a five-figure prize. Collectors crave these coins because they represent history frozen in time, untouched by circulation. Professional grading plays a critical role in confirming authenticity and protecting value. Services like PCGS and NGC carefully evaluate each coin, assigning it a grade from circulated to mint state. A certified coin instantly gains credibility in the marketplace, separating it from cleaned or altered pieces. Collectors trust slabs from top grading companies, and buyers are willing to pay premium prices for coins that are authenticated and sealed in tamper-proof holders. For a coin like the 1944 D, professional grading can mean the difference between a few $100s and tens of thousands of dollars. The market has consistently rewarded collectors of the 1944 D wheat penny, especially for the rare over mint mark variety. In January of 2021, a 1944 D over S wheat penny graded mint state 66 red sold at Heritage Auctions for more than $42,000. Other high-grade examples have sold through Stack's Bowers for over $30,000, proving that demand is strong and prices are only trending upward. Imagine turning a single penny into the down payment on a house, all because you knew exactly what to look for. But here is where it gets even more unbelievable. A few 1944 D wheat pennies were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943, instead of the normal copper. These 1944 D steel cents are among the rarest coins in all of U.S. history, with only a handful known to exist. At Heritage Auctions in August of 2010, one of these 1944D steel pennies graded mint state 66 sold for an astonishing $115,000. Even circulated examples of this steel rarity have brought more than $50,000 at auction, making it one of the ultimate holy grails for collectors worldwide. So where can you find one of these incredible coins today? The best place to start is with inherited coin collections from parents or grandparents, where wheat pennies were often saved in bulk. Estate sales, flea markets, and old jars tucked away in attics are prime hunting grounds for these wartime treasures. Coin roll hunting is another strategy, as some collectors still find 1940s wheat pennies in bank rolls to this day. Keep your eyes sharp for that D mint mark below the date, because that tiny letter could make all the difference. If you believe you have a rare 1944D, do not clean it under any circumstances. Cleaning strips away original surfaces and can reduce value by thousands of dollars instantly. Instead, store it carefully, compare it with verified examples online, and if it looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Once graded, you can either keep it as the crown jewel of your collection or consign it to a trusted auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where competitive bidding will push the value to its highest potential. The 1944D wheat penny is more than just copper, it is a relic of American history and a symbol of the treasures still hiding in everyday change. Whether you discover one in a dusty jar or inherit it from a family member, this coin has the power to connect you to history and reward you with extraordinary value at the same time. Number 4. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out what looks like an ordinary brown penny, and then discovering it could be worth thousands of dollars. That is the shocking truth about the 1950 wheat penny with no mint mark. While most people toss these coins aside as worthless change, the secret they carry has made collectors race to get their hands on them. Today, we are diving deep into the hidden treasure of the 1950 no mint mark wheat penny, revealing its history, unique features, rarity, condition, and real auction prices that will leave you speechless. The story begins in 1950, when the United States Mint in Philadelphia struck millions of Lincoln wheat pennies. At first glance, they looked just like any other penny, with Abraham Lincoln's bust on the front and 2 wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, on the back. Yet hidden within this year is a subtle but powerful rarity, the Philadelphia strike without a mint mark. Unlike Denver or San Francisco issues that bear a letter, the no mint mark pennies can be extremely valuable in the right condition, and collectors know exactly why. The unique features of the 1950 no mint mark wheat penny are easy to spot if you know what to look for. The front displays Lincoln with crisp lettering around the rim, while the reverse carries the classic wheat stalk design that ended in 1958. But what truly sets this coin apart is not just the design, it is the condition. A well-preserved 1950 wheat penny with sharp details, original mint luster, and no damage can transform an ordinary copper coin into a collector's prize worth thousands of dollars. Rarity and condition work hand in hand when it comes to the value of this coin. While many were minted, very few survived in pristine states without scratches, wear, or discoloration. Collectors worldwide compete for high-grade examples because they represent a piece of U.S. history in its purest form. The demand continues to grow, making the 1950 no mint mark wheat penny one of the hottest coins in today's numismatic market. Condition and grading are absolutely critical. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a major role in determining whether your coin is worth pennies or thousands of dollars. A circulated coin may only bring a few dollars, but a gem-quality uncirculated coin certified by PCGS has stunned collectors at auction. For example, one sold at Heritage Auctions in 2019 for an incredible price of over $3,500, proving just how powerful condition can be. Market trends show no sign of slowing down. With more collectors entering the hobby every year and fewer high-quality examples appearing, prices for rare wheat pennies have been steadily climbing. The 1950 no mint mark penny in top condition has reached record levels at auctions, and experts predict continued growth in demand. If you own one, you might be holding on to a valuable asset that grows in worth with each passing year. Could you have one of these hidden treasures sitting in a jar, an inherited coin collection, or even mixed in with old pocket change? The truth is, many of these rare coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered. The best places to look are inherited collections from grandparents, coin rolls from banks, garage and estate sales, and even those forgotten piggy banks tucked away in your attic. If you suspect you have a 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny, the first rule is simple: do not clean it. Cleaning a coin instantly destroys collector value, even if it looks shiny afterward. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges, compare it against trusted coin guides, and if it looks promising, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That official certification could be the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth thousands. For anyone lucky enough to own one of these coins, the next step is clear. Have it appraised by a reputable dealer, protect it in a holder to prevent damage, and consider auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers if you want to sell. These major auction platforms have sold rare wheat pennies for record-breaking prices, and they connect you directly to serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. So how much can the 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny be worth? Verified sales show that a stunning gem-quality coin has sold for over $3,500 at Heritage auctions in 2019. Other high-grade examples consistently bring thousands of dollars in major sales. Imagine turning a single penny into thousands. It is possible if the condition is right. The hunt for the 1950 no-mint mark wheat penny is more exciting than ever, and the chance that one could be hiding in your change is real. Check your old jars, explore inherited collections, and never overlook those wheat pennies again. Each one could hold a story and a fortune. Number 5. Picture this: you are counting your pocket change, ready to toss aside a dull brown penny, when suddenly you realize it is not just any coin, it is the rare and valuable 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark. Most people overlook these coins as junk, never knowing that some of them are worth a fortune, hiding quietly in jars, drawers, or old collections. Today we are uncovering the true story behind this coin, from its history to its hidden secrets, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look for, where to find it, and how much it could be worth in today's market. The year 1936 was a remarkable time in American history. The nation was still recovering from the Great Depression, and coins like the Lincoln wheat penny played a major role in daily life. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, the 1936 wheat penny may look ordinary, but its survival and pristine condition makes it incredibly special. Millions were minted, but time, circulation, and wear have destroyed most of the finest examples, leaving only a tiny number of high-quality survivors that collectors chase with passion. At first glance, the 1936 wheat penny may not seem unusual, but its unique features make it stand out when you know what to examine. On the obverse side, you will see Abraham Lincoln's portrait with crisp details in the hair and cheek when preserved well, while the reverse carries the iconic wheat stalks that frame the bold, 1 cent, lettering. What makes this coin valuable is not just its design, but the fact that very few exist in uncirculated condition with their original mint luster and sharp strike. These are the coins that bring collectors running, because they represent history preserved in copper. Rarity and condition are everything in the world of coin collecting. While the 1936 wheat penny is not considered the rarest by mintage numbers, it becomes rare and highly desirable when found in gem condition. Collectors know that finding one with perfect detail and no signs of wear is like striking gold, because demand always centers on quality. This is why values climb so high for coins that seem ordinary on the surface, but reveal their power once graded. Condition and grading services such as PCGS and NGC are the ultimate key to unlocking the value of the 1936 no-mint mark penny. A coin that has been professionally certified as mint state can bring astonishing prices compared to an average circulated one. For example, Heritage Auctions recorded a 1936 no-mint mark wheat penny graded MS68 red selling for an incredible price of over $21,000, proving how important grading truly is. Without certification, a coin might sell for a few dollars, but with it, the same coin can soar into thousands, market trends for the 1936 no-mint mark penny have shown steady growth over time. As more collectors enter the hobby and fewer top-condition coins remain available, competition drives the prices even higher. Auction houses such as Heritage and Stack's Bowers have continued to see strong bids for this date, especially when the coin carries that brilliant red copper shine. This is a coin that is not just valuable today but also shows the potential to grow in value as demand expands. Could you have one of these rare treasures waiting in your possession? The answer is yes, and the search is part of the adventure. The best places to look include inherited family collections, jars of old coins tucked away in closets, estate sales, and even rolls of pennies from banks. Many people pass them over without a second glance, but the smart collector knows to check every wheat penny carefully, because a fortune might be hiding in plain sight. If you suspect that you have a rare 1936 wheat penny, the golden rule is simple: do not clean it. Cleaning may make it look shiny to the untrained eye, but it instantly destroys collector value. Instead, handle the coin by its edges, store it safely in a holder, and compare it with reference images of high-grade examples. Once you believe your coin has potential, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. That official label can be the difference between a pocket change penny and a life-changing discovery. For those who are lucky enough to own one, the next step is planning how to maximize its value. Having it appraised by a professional dealer or submitting it to a major auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers is the best way to attract serious buyers. These venues specialize in rare coins and connect you directly to collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for certified high-grade examples. So how much is the 1936 no-mint mark wheat penny really worth today? Verified auction records show that a gem-quality MS68 red sold for more than $21,150 at Heritage Auctions, and even slightly lower grades in MS67 red can bring thousands of dollars. That is the true power of condition and rarity, and it proves that what looks like a single penny could actually be worth more than a brand new car. The hunt for the 1936 wheat penny is not just about money. It is about connecting to history and uncovering treasures that others have overlooked. Every coin has a story, and the chance to hold one of these rare pieces of American history is what keeps collectors searching day after day. Who knows, the next time you open an old coin jar, you might be holding a penny worth thousands. Number 6. What if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin from 1941 with a tiny D mint mark could be worth thousands of dollars today? Most people would laugh and toss it into a jar of spare change, but hidden inside this ordinary-looking coin is a treasure that collectors across America are desperately searching for. This is not just pocket change, it is history, rarity, and money combined, and today we are uncovering the powerful story of the 1941 wheat penny with the D mint mark from Denver. Back in 1941, America stood on the edge of World War II, and every cent counted in the daily lives of hardworking Americans. At the Denver Mint, millions of Lincoln wheat pennies were struck, each carrying that small D just below the date on the obverse. To the untrained eye, these coins may look like nothing more than ordinary copper cents, but over 80 years later, surviving high-grade examples of the 1941 D have become rare gems in the world of numismatics. The unique features of this coin are subtle but striking when preserved well. The obverse shows President Abraham Lincoln's profile with sharp detail in his hair, jawline, and cheek if the coin has not been worn down, while the reverse carries the timeless wheat ears framing the bold words, 1 cent, and United States of America. What makes the 1941 D especially desirable is how few of these coins remain in pristine, mint state condition, with brilliant red luster shining across their copper surface. Rarity is not always about how many coins were made, but about how many survived in top quality. While the Denver Mint struck over 70 million of these pennies, decades of circulation wore most of them into dull, scratched coins worth only a cent or two. But collectors crave the rare few that survived untouched, and when certified as near perfect, their value skyrockets far beyond what most people can imagine. This is where condition and grading services like PCGS and NGC become absolutely essential. A 1941 wheat penny found in circulation might only bring a couple of dollars, but a coin certified as mint state by one of these professional grading companies can command incredible prices. For example, Heritage Auctions sold a 1941 graded MS-68 red for over $5,000, proving that condition is the ultimate factor in transforming an everyday coin into a collector's prize. Market trends for the 1941 penny show a strong and steady rise in demand. As more collectors enter the hobby and compete for the finest certified coins, prices have continued to climb, especially for those with perfect red copper surfaces. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers have recorded record-setting sales, and the 1941 continues to be a coin that grows in both popularity and value. Could you have one of these valuable coins hiding in your collection right now? The answer might surprise you. Many of these pennies are still tucked away in inherited jars of coins, forgotten albums from grandparents, or even inside rolls of pennies from banks. If you have access to old family savings or estate sales, you may already be sitting on a hidden fortune without realizing it. If you suspect you have a rare 1941 wheat penny, the first rule is critical: never clean the coin. Cleaning might make it look shiny to the untrained eye, but it erases original surfaces and instantly destroys collector value. Instead, carefully handle the coin by its edges, compare it against trusted references, and if it appears to be in unusually high condition, send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. That grading label is your ticket to unlocking its true value. Once certified, your next steps are clear. Protect the coin in a secure holder, seek an appraisal from a trusted coin dealer, or consider consigning it to a major auction house. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers are two of the most respected names in the business, and they regularly feature coins like the 1941 wheat penny, connecting you directly to serious collectors who will pay top dollar for the best examples. So how much is this coin truly worth today? Records show that Heritage Auctions sold a blazing red 1941 wheat penny graded MS-68 for over $5,000, while other high-grade examples in MS-67 red have crossed the $3,000 mark in recent sales. Imagine turning a penny into thousands of dollars. It is possible if the condition is right and the coin is certified by the best grading companies. The hunt for the 1941 wheat penny is more than just a search for money. It is a journey into American history, a connection to the past, and a thrilling reminder that treasure can be found in the most ordinary places. Do not ignore those wheat pennies in your pocket change or old coin jars, because one of them could be the key to unlocking a hidden fortune. Number 7. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar and pulling out what looks like just another worn brown penny from 1945. But what if I told you that coin could secretly be worth thousands of dollars today? Most people toss wheat pennies aside as worthless change, never realizing that hidden among them are treasures that collectors around the world are willing to pay a fortune for. Today we are unlocking the mystery of the rare and most valuable 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark, and the secrets I am about to reveal could change the way you look at every penny you touch. The year 1945 marked the end of World War II, a time when America was celebrating victory and soldiers were finally returning home. Every cent held deep value in the lives of Americans, and the Lincoln wheat penny was part of everyday transactions. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, the 1945 wheat penny may not look rare at first glance, but surviving in pristine condition has made certain examples highly sought after today. It is not just a piece of change, it is a piece of American history in your hands. The unique features of this coin are worth studying closely. The obverse shows Abraham Lincoln's portrait in fine detail, and the reverse displays the famous wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. What makes the 1945 no mint mark wheat penny stand out is how well the details survive in high-grade examples, especially those that shine with original red copper luster, untouched by time. Those subtle features make all the difference between a penny worth only a cent and a collector's prize worth thousands. When it comes to rarity and demand, the truth is clear. Millions of these coins were minted, but the vast majority were spent, circulated, and worn down over decades of use. Finding a 1945 wheat penny in average condition is easy, but finding one in nearly flawless condition is a challenge that drives collectors wild. The rarity lies not in the production numbers, but in the survival of perfect, uncirculated examples that remain almost exactly as they looked the day they left the mint. This is where condition and grading become absolutely critical. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC give these coins their official identity, protecting collectors from fakes and determining their true market value. A circulated 1945 penny might sell for only a few cents, but a coin graded mint state with blazing red color can sell for thousands. For example, a stunning 1945 wheat penny graded MS67 red sold at heritage auctions for over $10,200, proving that condition can transform a common penny into a life-changing discovery. Market trends for the 1945 no-mint mark penny have shown strong growth, especially for coins certified in the highest grades. Collectors know that World War II-era coins carry a special historical appeal, and the demand for well-preserved examples continues to rise. Auction houses like Heritage and Stack's Bowers regularly feature these coins, and bidding wars between collectors push the prices higher with every passing year. The combination of history, beauty, and rarity makes the 1945 wheat penny one of the most exciting coins for modern collectors. Could you have one of these valuable treasures without even knowing it? The answer is yes, and that is what makes this hunt so thrilling. The best places to search are old family collections, jars of change saved by grandparents, boxes of coins at estate sales, or even rolls of pennies from banks. Many people overlook these coins completely, but the truth is, they could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with the knowledge to recognize their value. If you think you might have a rare 1945 wheat penny, remember this golden rule: never clean the coin. Cleaning may seem like a way to make it look better, but it destroys original surfaces and ruins collector value instantly. Instead, carefully handle the coin by its edges, store it in a protective holder, and compare it to trusted references of high-grade examples. The safest way to unlock its true value is to send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading, where experts can certify its authenticity and condition. For those lucky enough to own one, the next step is taking action. Protect your coin, have it appraised by a trusted dealer, and if you decide to sell, consider consigning it to a major auction house like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. These platforms attract serious buyers from around the world and have a history of setting record-breaking prices for coins just like the 1945 wheat penny. So how much can this coin actually be worth today? The highest recorded sale of a 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny graded MS67 red reached over $10,200 at heritage auctions, showing just how powerful condition and certification can be. Even slightly lower grades can still bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their eye appeal and color. Turning a single cent into 5 figures is not just a dream, it is a documented reality. The 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark is more than just money. It is a time capsule from the final year of World War II, a piece of history, and a reminder that true treasures often hide where we least expect them. The next time you see a wheat penny, do not ignore it, examine it carefully, because you might be holding a rare gem worth thousands of dollars. Number 8. Imagine pulling a handful of coins from an old jar in your grandmother's kitchen, brushing off the dust, and suddenly realizing that one ordinary-looking wheat penny could actually be worth thousands of dollars. Most people toss aside wheat pennies from the 1950s, assuming they are nothing more than pocket change. But what if I told you that the 1953 no-mint mark wheat penny has secrets that collectors are hunting for every single day? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just be checking your own coins with a brand new pair of eyes. The story of the 1953 no-mint mark wheat penny begins in Philadelphia, where these coins were struck without any mint letter on the reverse. At first glance, they look like any other wheat penny from the era, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse. But their true value lies not in their common appearance, but in the rarest conditions they survive in today. Many were spent, lost, or damaged over decades, leaving only a fraction of well-preserved coins available to collectors. What makes this coin so fascinating is not just its history, but its unique features that become extremely important to collectors. A sharp strike, full details on Lincoln's coat and hair, and crisp wheat stalks can turn a coin that might normally be worth a few cents into a prize worth thousands of dollars. It is in these tiny details that the treasure hides, and that is why serious collectors never overlook a 1953 no-mint mark penny when they see one. Rarity is everything in the world of coins, and condition is the king that determines value. When a 1953 penny is found in uncirculated condition, with blazing original red luster straight from the mint, collectors will compete fiercely to own it. This is where professional grading services like PCGS and NGC come into play. They carefully examine each coin, certify its authenticity, and assign it a grade that can make the difference between a coin worth a few $100s and one worth several thousand. Without grading, the market value is uncertain, but with it, the price becomes undeniable. Let us talk numbers, because this is where things get exciting. In August of the year 2021, a 1953 no-mint mark Lincoln cent graded MS67 red by PCGS was sold at Heritage Auctions for an incredible price of more than $4,320. That is over $4,000 for a single penny that someone once held as everyday change. Earlier examples in similar high grades have crossed the auction block as well, with strong demand keeping prices high. The trend is clear. When these coins appear in top condition, collectors are ready to pay astonishing sums to secure them. So how can you, right now, increase your chances of finding one of these hidden treasures? Start by checking inherited coin collections, those dusty coffee cans or jars filled with old pennies tucked away in basements or attics. Estate sales, flea markets, and even small coin shops sometimes yield surprises, especially if the seller is not aware of how condition affects value. Always look for strong luster, minimal scratches, and sharp details. And remember, if you think you have one, never clean the coin. It can destroy its value instantly. If you suspect you have a rare 1953 wheat penny, the next steps are crucial. Carefully store it in a protective holder, then submit it to a professional grading service such as PCGS or NGC for authentication. Once graded, you can get an accurate appraisal and even consider selling it through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where collectors with deep pockets are always looking for the next gem to add to their collection. Could you have one of these valuable coins hiding in your own pocket change or family collection? The only way to know is to start looking closely at every wheat penny you come across. Remember, most people overlook them as junk change, but the truth is that some hold incredible secrets worth real money. Number 9. Imagine digging through an old jar of coins and brushing past pennies you thought were worth just 1 cent, only to discover that one of them could be hiding a secret fortune. That is the reality for collectors who have stumbled upon the elusive 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark, a coin most people would never give a second look, yet it could change your life. This is not just an old piece of copper. It is history in your hands, and today we are going to uncover why this simple penny has collectors searching everywhere. The story of the 1939 wheat penny begins during an era when America was still recovering from the Great Depression, and every cent truly mattered. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, these coins carried no mint mark, which is why so many people today overlook them. But while millions were produced, only a select few survived the passage of time in pristine condition. And that is where the hidden treasure lies. A coin from this year, in exceptional condition, is no longer just a penny, it becomes a prized artifact of American history. What makes the 1939 wheat penny stand out is its classic Lincoln design, with the familiar wheat stalks on the reverse that symbolize prosperity and growth. While it may appear ordinary, sharp details, original luster, and minimal wear separate a rare treasure from pocket change. Collectors are always searching for crisp strikes with full details, especially around Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears, because that is where value soars to incredible heights. Rarity is not just about how many were minted, but about how many survived in top grades. Coins that have never been circulated, known as mint state examples, are the ones collectors dream of owning. Imagine a coin that was struck over 80 years ago but still shines as if it were freshly minted, with no scratches or wear. That is the kind of rarity that commands thousands at auction. Condition plays the biggest role in determining the value of a 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins carefully, assigning grades that can make the difference between a few dollars and several thousands. A penny graded MS67 red by PCGS has shattered expectations, selling for over $4,300 at heritage auctions in 2020, proving just how much collectors are willing to pay for perfection. Market trends for wheat pennies have only moved upward in recent years as collectors realize that these pieces are disappearing from circulation and becoming harder to find. Even coins in lower mint state grades are fetching impressive prices, and demand is especially strong for those with full red surfaces and original shine. This is not just a hobby anymore, it is an investment, and owning one of these rare pennies puts you in the spotlight of the numismatic world. So where can you find a coin like this today? The hunt begins in the most unexpected places. Old jars of change tucked away in your grandparents' home, inherited collections, estate sales, and even coin rolls from the bank can still yield surprising discoveries. Many people dismiss wheat pennies as junk change, but for the trained eye, they are gold mines waiting to be uncovered. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors searching, because you never know when the next great treasure will appear in your hands. If you suspect that you might have a rare 1939 wheat penny, the first rule is simple: do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Instead, keep it safe, compare it to trusted coin guides, and then send it to a professional grading service for authentication. A graded coin is not only more valuable but also easier to sell at top prices, because collectors trust the certification and protection it provides. The action plan is clear. Check your coins carefully, pay attention to condition, and never underestimate what looks like an ordinary wheat penny. If you discover one in mint state red condition, you could be holding a coin worth several thousands of dollars, a true piece of American history that is in high demand. The highest confirmed auction records show that in 2020, Heritage Auctions sold a 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny graded MS67 red for $4,320, setting a benchmark for this date and mint. Other examples in similar grades have also sold in the thousands, proving that the market is hot and demand is not slowing down. That is why every collector keeps their eyes open for this remarkable penny. So could you have one hiding in your pocket change or an old family collection? The answer is yes, and that is why you should always check carefully, because treasures like this are still out there waiting to be discovered. The 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark is more than just currency. It is a symbol of resilience, history, and wealth hidden in plain sight. Thank you for watching this video and joining the hunt for America's hidden coin treasures. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of the 1939 wheat penny, give this video a like, leave a comment if you have ever found a rare wheat penny, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories that could lead you to your next big discovery. Number 10. Imagine pulling out an old penny from pocket change and tossing it aside, not realizing that it could be hiding a small fortune. The 1957 wheat penny with no mint mark is one of those coins that people overlook every single day. But in the right condition, this common-looking cent has shocked collectors with values in the thousands. This is the hidden treasure of America's last era wheat pennies, and today we are going to uncover why this little coin is so powerful in the world of collecting. The story begins in 1957, just 1 year before the Lincoln wheat design was retired forever. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, the coin may seem ordinary, but it represents the very end of a chapter in American coinage history. Millions were struck, and because of that, most people never think twice about it. But history tells us that even in years of massive production, rare survivors in pristine condition can become collectors' trophies worth serious money. Visually, the coin carries Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, the two wheat stalks frame the words, 1 cent, symbolizing America's agricultural strength and prosperity during the early 20th century. By 1957, the design was nearing its retirement, and that fact alone makes this coin a must-have for anyone building a complete wheat penny collection. The key factor that separates pocket change from a rare treasure is condition. Circulated examples of the 1957 penny are very common and usually worth only a few cents. But when you step into uncirculated grades, especially mint state red coins with blazing luster and sharp strike, values skyrocket. Collectors chase after coins graded MS66 red or higher, and finding one without spots, scratches, or fading is extremely difficult today. That is why professional grading services like PCGS and NGC play such a vital role in determining value. A certified grade tells collectors exactly how rare a coin is, and it gives buyers confidence when spending big money. In fact, one 1957 no-mint mark wheat penny graded MS67 red sold at heritage auctions for over $2,000, showing just how much a difference a single grade can make. Another example graded MS67 plus red even reached prices beyond $3,000, proving that demand is alive and strong. Market trends for late-date wheat pennies have been climbing as collectors seek to preserve the final years of the series. The 1957 penny in top condition is especially hot because so many of these coins were spent and worn down in daily commerce. To this day, jars of change, estate collections, and inherited coin boxes are the best places to uncover mint state survivors that were tucked away decades ago. If you want to start the hunt, here is where to look. Check family coin jars, old piggy banks, inherited boxes, and estate sales where coin collections often remain untouched for years. Even rolls from the bank can surprise you, because wheat pennies still turn up mixed with modern cents. And remember this golden rule: never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys the surfaces and can take a valuable penny worth hundreds or thousands and reduce it to just face value instantly. So what is your action plan if you find a 1957 wheat penny in outstanding condition? First, handle it carefully and keep it safe. Next, compare it against trusted coin guides and then send it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. A certified coin is always worth more because collectors trust the grade, and auction houses like Heritage, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections consistently achieve top-dollar results for professionally graded coins. The highest confirmed sales show that collectors are willing to pay well into the thousands for top-grade examples. The record at Heritage auctions stands at over $2,300 for a 1957 no-mint mark penny graded MS67 red, with other examples fetching similar prices depending on eye appeal, luster, and rarity at that grade. It proves once again that even the most common-looking pennies can hide extraordinary value when preserved perfectly. So could you have one hiding in your pocket change or family collection? The answer is yes, and that is exactly why coin hunters never ignore the 1957 penny. It might look like just another cent, but in the right grade, it transforms into a piece of American history and a collector's prize that will always be in demand. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey into the secret world of the 1957 wheat penny with no mint mark. If you enjoyed discovering its hidden value, please like this video, leave a comment if you have ever found a wheat penny in your own change, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries that could be hiding in plain sight.